Right then, Andy, I'd love to talk to you about your book, Deadlift Dynamite, that you did with Pavel. There's a few things. The first one is, Pavel's obviously a massive fan of greasing the groove. We're just doing the same sort of thing to very little effort, repeatedly. Is there anything that you do of that philosophy?
All my training revolves around that, to be honest with you. I start now off season saying, I've just got a competition at Giants, come up to training this week, I'm working at about 40%. Which is nothing. Body needs a rest, but all I'm doing is like 12 to 15 sets of the movement that greasing the groove, just getting the feel of the movement, doing it again and again and again and again. So in the weeks when you do start going heavy, you don't have to think about, the actual movement itself. That takes care of itself. You think about just pulling the weight there. If your body knows a certain line, it'll stay in that line, but you've got to train it to know that line first. That's all that means, and more people don't do that. And when they go to the maximum, the form changes. But you need to learn the good line first, greasing the groove.
Would you say that your form stays? Well, from videos I've seen, your form seems to stay really consistent. Do you find that yourself? Obviously, you'll have a better idea than
I've done shows where I've done a video on YouTube, deadlifting from 60 kilos to 300 kilos. Every set from 60 to 300, same line, same approach, same speed, same hip height, everything like I said. You pull warming up if you're going to pull when you compete.
That's interesting. That's on the mindset that I'd love to talk to you a bit more about as well. So, I've heard the phrase, what is it, squat 135 like it's 500 and you'll squat 500 like 135? Do you approach each lift with this exact same mindset, or does it change a lot as the weight gets heavier?
You don't have to have the same mindset as like pulling a 1,000-pound deadlift. You don't have to pull a 200-pound deadlift the same as you pull a 1,000-pound. But the form got to the same. That's the most important thing. Then once you're warmed up, anything from 500 pounds upwards for me is pulled like it's 1,000 pounds. The same amount of pressure goes through the bar. I'm pulling that 500 pounds with 1,000 pounds of pressure by making it go faster without overtraining, and that's the way I train. So I'm pulling the smaller numbers faster. Mindset is something that slowly comes on. You don't need to be raging and be all psyched up for 60 kilo deadlifts.
No.
But as it gets heavier, your mind switches on a bit more, to your big ones, and you let it all go. If you let it all go at the start of the session, 2 hours later when you're maxing out, you're totally washed out. Your mind, you've only got so much power in your mind for so long, that adrenaline, and it'll go, it goes after a while. So you've got to time it right for the big ones and let it go again.
Fantastic. When you're teaching younger guys, obviously you do a lot of seminars and you do a lot of coaching courses. Do you sort of build in that sort of more psychological mindset of how to build that into their training, or do you let people find that out themselves and what works for them?
What I find, when you're training beginners, if you train in the correct way and you don't overtrain them, and you train them say over 8 to 10 weeks, and you have them not missing any weights, pulling faster and faster and faster, their own mindset, the confidence is up here. It comes from themselves. They start getting confident. I can't teach you confidence. All I can do is teach you training the right way for 8 weeks. And at the end of that, you'll have confidence in the way you train. You can actually do that's easy, that. If I were to train you heavy every single week and grind you into the floor, your confidence now is down here. So if I put a big number up for you now, I can't do that, I'm not going to do that. But if I train you correctly for 8 weeks, holding you back, you get a little bit more confident each week. Week 8, you're like, I can do that, put anything on. So it comes from the way you train as mindset.
Excellent. And who taught you that sort of approach? Or is that something you found out yourself?
Something I've learned myself over the years. I've always been strong-minded, always been a bit pig-headed. But listen to people, listen to little things people say. And I write everything down myself, so something doesn't go quite right, I look at my books and think, why wasn't I doing right? And mine is a massive deal when it comes to lifting weights. The difference between getting it and not getting it. I've seen some girls that I've taught. One girl comes to mind. She attempted a deadlift 115 kilos. The bar didn't move. It never moved. So she started stamping her feet and screaming. I said, oh, hang on a minute. See where just what you are there. I stopped her. What you're doing now, do that before you lift. She did it again. She lifted the weight like it was nothing on the bar. She went from not being able to move it to doing it to a rep it within a minute of each way. That is just purely mind.
Yeah.
Nothing else but mind.
That was something last weekend or the weekend before Europe's. It's great to see you. So if you were there, Dave was there talking to you. T-shirt over the head, completely zoned out. Whereas a lot of the other guys, I mean, I know Eddie was obviously behind the curtain and stuff, but a lot of the other guys seemed a lot more chilled. You were completely focused in from the moment you sat down to get ready for the show to start. You were zoned in and all the way through the lift. How do you find it mentally, just keeping that same level of arousal?
The thing is, the difference is with me and them, they're strongmen, don't forget. I'm a powerlifter. Powerlifters is in a more controlled environment. Strongmen are competing more often. They're competing in more events than me. They're competing more often than me. If they were as focused like I was then, they'd burn out. Because they've got 5-6 events in a day. I've got 3, that's it. Or 1 to 2. You know, so I can do that. When I'm sat there with a towel in, I'm not thinking anything. I'm just blocking myself out from anything else, any distractions. I only really switch on when I stand up and Dave starts talking to me. And that's when it starts going. And then I calm down again. You've got to get up, calm down, get up, calm down. Otherwise, you cannot stay on that high level for so long. You can burn out again, even me, we all burn out. So it's just timing it right, you know, for the right time, the right lift.
So Andy, what have you got planned for the future then? What are your next goals?
Okay, right now I want to switch back to powerlifting again. Deadlifting, powerlifting style without the straps for a while. I really believe I can pull £1,000 again without straps. Using the straps seems to pull my deadlift off a little bit, you know, different positioning to what I'm used to. I've deadlifted too long, 25 years without straps, and I feel comfortable without them. I'm putting them on and changing anything, so I really believe I can pull 1,000 again without them. Take a record back from Benedict. The other thing is the bench press. I've never been known to be a great bencher. Now last year I benched 350.5 kilos, 775 pounds. I believe I can bench 800 pounds. I'm the first British guy ever to bench 800.
Is that raw?
No, that'd be with a shirt on, yeah. I'm not a great raw bencher, I'm not going to lie. I've got long arms and earthy shoulders. And I have squatted, you know, over 1,200 pounds. But I want to squat again over 1,000 pounds with no suit. Might wear a pair of briefs, support my hips, but with no suit. And the thing is, there's always goals you can set. And for now, they're the main 3 goals for me to work on.
And what role do you see equipment playing in your training? Sort of like the briefs, the suits, the shirts. Do you use it just as your overload set?
Yeah. You know what? Even though I lift equipped in powerlifting, I don't use the equipment that much. People think if you're equipped lifting, you use it all the time. We don't. Deadlift suits I won't use until the day, a week before, 2 weeks before. Squat suits I might use for 2 weeks before a show. I lift raw most of the time, just with Bolton wraps. Bench shirts I put on every 3rd or 4th week, just to get the feel of it and take it off again. So with raw power is quite good. All it is with shirts, like anything else, you get used to something you're going to be using. You can't just put it on and expect to work. You've got to know what you're doing with it. So like I said, greasing the groove and learning the equipment. So that's what I do, but not with the sacrifice of strength and getting your body strong first.
Build those basics and then build on top
always
of that.
Build the basics.
Fantastic. So obviously you could have gone anywhere with your sort of powerlifting, could have taken you all over the world. You stayed in Leeds and created an incredible strength empire. What's sort of the mindset behind that and why have you done it?
Leeds is where I was born, it's my hometown. We've always had a good team. I got into powerlifting with a group of guys who got me into powerlifting when I was 18 years old. Great guys, still there now. A lot of IPF world champions. Some of the best guys you can ever train with, and they're still good training with me to this day. New guys have come along. We get new guys coming in, competing, breaking records. Some stay, some don't. But it is. I just love Leeds. I love Leeds. I actually go to America, you know, to move all sorts of places, all these different jobs. But I love Leeds. I'm gonna lie. I love Leeds, and I like to know what I'm doing and where the support network is where I need to be in Leeds. If I move to a different country, things are different. I can't rely on some people, they're not there anymore. Now these trainers I train with over here know me inside out, from since an 18-year-old kid. So I'm doing something wrong, they'll tell me, you know, if I'm not quite focused enough, they'll tell me. You know, so it's just the thing, it's just what you know. You know, it's a great atmosphere, great gym, Ral's gym, it's just amazing, you know, some great strong guys there.
Something really interesting you said there was about people keeping you sort of honest and keeping you in touch.
Yeah.
How important do you think that is?
It's very important. When you compete in America, you go to America, you're lifting in front of crowds of 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, all screaming at you, you know. It goes to your head a little bit. You know, if you go, you feel like a bit of a superstar over there. At some shows, go to the Arnold Classic. For them, that weekend, you are a superstar. These people are paying money to see you live, and they love you. But then you come away from there, get back on a plane and come back home, and you just handy again. You go to my gym, Ral's gym, and it's like, I'm doing it for you, you know what I mean? You're squatting slower, you're not a superstar here, mate. You just handy. So get working harder. And that's what I like, it keeps you grounded. And I'm a normal guy, you know, I'm not nothing fancy, just I'm stronger than most people, that's all. Yeah, you know, I've had a good career in strength. But yeah, but I won't want to live in that all the time in America. I want to live that. I like it where it is, you know, how it is.
No, fantastic. Once you sort of get back to, we were talking earlier about sort of your book and your time spent with Pavel.
Yeah.
Do you incorporate, like, your book obviously had kettlebells in it, do you still incorporate any kettlebell training in?
Yeah, I learned a lot with Pavel, doing the seminars with him last year. I have used the kettlebell swings. Kettlebells are really good for activation stuff as well, like a farmer's walk, holding in one hand, walking up and down to activate each side. A lot of useful things. Some of the things I can't do and they're a little bit more advanced, not to kettlebell thing itself. But it's like anything else, if you use something to help you as a tool, use it, It's better having some extra in there. If you need it, use it.
Yeah. You don't need to be dogmatic about your
training.
training.
You've got to move with the times as well, you know. So if it helps me, I'll use it.
Yeah, fantastic. And the last thing, I'd just like to sort of, obviously you've got your books, you've got your seminars, where's the best place people can find you for all that?
Yeah, on books, seminars, online training, anything like that, you can go to www.andyboltonstrength.com. There's everything on there, you know, one-to-one training sessions, online training, workshop dates, list of dates, events, everything's on there.
Excellent. If you were to recommend one thing from your site for people, what would that be, one of your services?
One thing from my site. If you're powerlifting, it's the e-books, the basic e-books, squat, bench and deadlift e-books. It's the basic, but they cover everything you need to know if you're just starting out powerlifting. Or even strongman, because you need all the basic lifts.
Same lifts.
Same lifts, yeah, possible.